Thank you so much, Aditya, for all those details. Moving on now, the India-Russia defense partnership has already received a boost even before Russian President Putin arrives for his 2-day visit to India. The lower house of Russia's parliament has ratified an important military pact with India. The ratification of the reciprocal exchange of logistic support, or the RELOSS, comes after the agreement was sent to the Duma last week by the Russian Prime Minister. The RELOSS agreement allows for military aircraft, ships and other formations from both sides to use each other's facilities for a range of activities, including joint exercises, training programs, humanitarian operations and disaster relief missions. According to documents, the Defence Pact also authorizes both sides to use each other's airspace and ports, including warship visits. Let us take a look at what this military pact actually is, or the RELOSS pact, because this forms a very important point in the defense cooperation with Russia, and the Duma just ratified it. So, the India-Russia RELOSS pact explained. This actually refers to a reciprocal exchange of logistical support. So, all the logistical support that you have, there will be mutual exchange between both the nations. Now, this was ratified by Russia ahead of President Putin's India visit. So, the timing is very important because this was introduced first and signed in February. On the 18th of February 2025, and now it has been ratified by the Duma. Now, it is a military logistics sharing pact between India and Russia. So, you are sharing all your military logistics and you are also sharing the support that comes along with it. It allows Russian military aircraft, vessels and personnel to use Indian bases and infrastructure. So, it allows Russian military aircraft, vessels and also personnel to use Indian bases and the infrastructure that India can provide, and reciprocally India can also do the same. Now, it improves the Indian Navy's operational reach. How is that going to be possible? It is by granting access to Russian naval ports along the Northern Sea route and from Vladivostok to Murmansk. So, the Northern Sea route that we have across Russia's coastal line in the north, India will get access to that. So, that is beneficial for our Indian Navy. Now, this also provides logistic support for joint exercises, training missions, humanitarian work and disaster relief. So, it is providing a joint operations across the board in various exercises, in various disaster relief operations as well. It also authorizes both the sides to use each other's airspace and ports, including warship visits. So, both the countries can use each other's airspace, they can use their ports freely. So, this forms a very important point in this pact. It also helps both the nations to counterbalance the influence of other regional powers in the Indian Ocean region. So, everybody knows that in the Indian Ocean region, we are trying to look towards a stronger multipolar world, and this pact will help strengthen that. This is intended to streamline cooperation during joint activities and emergency situations as well. So, through this pact, if there are some emergency situations or there are joint operations that are supposed to be conducted, this pact actually will help streamline all those operations, the administration and the implementation of this entire joint operations that we are looking at between both the nations. Joining us on the broadcast to take this discussion forward is Elena Protopopova, Chief of Bureau in India, TASS Russian News Agency, Colonel Himanshi Singh, Defence Expert, and Shruti Dasgupta, Foreign Affairs Expert. Elena, if I could come to you, very good afternoon to you. We both our countries are looking at a historic summit. My first question to you will be, what's the most significant thing that you will be looking at when President Putin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi meet?
First of all, just to continue what you were talking about, that this visit is of high importance and provides the opportunity to discuss the vast, extensive areas of cooperation between our two countries. Of course, the major milestone in our relations, pillar of our relations, is defense partnership, and of course agreements in this sphere will be discussed, and we are all looking forward to some new information about the agreement on S-400, on Su-57. Let's see what the defense ministers will discuss today at this meeting in Manekshaw Center. Hopefully, we will get some interesting and striking information for our news stories. Most important also for this visit is that the both sides want to push to expand cooperation in trade. That's why today India-Russia Business Forum is opening in Bharat Mandapam in the center of New Delhi. And this is also the great opportunity for both sides to discuss the development of cooperation in the areas of increasing export, first of all, from India to Russia, because we know about this trade imbalance between two countries. And of course, the leaders are aware of it and will push this problem to be resolved, the resolve of this problem. Yes.
Elena, you have been tracking India-Russia relations for a long time. How do you think that the special and privileged strategic partnership that India and Russia have, how has that evolved over the years? And also this summit is mostly, I have been talking about how this summit mostly is about posturing, because here we have two nations in a world which is currently trying to be dominated by the West. We have these two nations who are trying to project that no matter the sanctions, no matter the tariffs, we will stand our ground and we will continue to make sure that our national policy stands first and foremost.
Yes, you are very right. I think we all should look at this summit from the point of view that it is bilateral summit, and it is all about the development of cooperation between our two countries. Though, of course, the leaders will discuss and will change their views on topical international events. They cannot miss these topics, and of course, especially before India's president chairmanship in BRICS, which is coming soon, next year. But from my point of view, from the point of view of the experts, most important that this is a bilateral summit, and I don't think that we should involve into these other sides, and we need to concentrate on the agenda of our project of areas of cooperation between India and Russia.
All right. So, how do you also look at, if we just talk about the agreements that are likely, if we talk about the trade deals that are likely, India has a trade deficit with Russia, and that's quite significant. That's one of the major talking points that has been discussed, because that trade deficit is quite large. Is India going to look forward to bridging that gap, because we are in fact looking at more investment in the military and defense sector, as you have also been pointing out?
Here it is important to underline that India, your country, has a vast potential for exports to Russia. in many sectors, pharmaceuticals, engineering, electronics, agro products, auto components, IT services, many of them. And Russia and India have large-scale promising projects in various areas: industrial cooperation, innovative technologies, transport, space. They are not restricted only by defense and what we traditionally have in cooperation. So the opportunities are just vast for Indians, especially in Russia.
Elena, before I let you go, quick answer on how significant is the timing of this entire summit, of this entire meet that is taking place, given that it's taking place 4 years after that Ukraine war actually started out?
You know, these summits, they're traditional one. And last year, Mr. Modi was in Russia. This year is President Putin's turn to come to India. So they are organized every year, these summits, and every summit, every leaders meeting are of great importance. And by the way, that is important to notice that on 21st of September, Russia and India will celebrate the 15th anniversary of the special and privileged strategic partnership. So it adds some more importance to this summit.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Elena, for joining us on the broadcast and providing that valuable insight into India-Russia relations. In fact, let me go across to Colonel Himanshi Singh, who's a defense expert, who's also